He saw the photos in my hand and his face went white. "Don't do this," he pleaded. "She's right over there." I looked past him at the girl from the movies, now wearing his ring. I just smirked. "I know. That's why I came. Let's go say hello." So I 25F feel like I'm going crazy and I need a sanity check. For about a year, I was in this super casual thing with a guy. And when I say casual, I mean casual. He has a history of not being straight with me. And he's still weirdly close with his married ex. I never had hard proof. But there was always this background noise in my head. This little hum of suspicion that I wasn't the only one he was talking to. Or maybe even sleeping with. For a while, I could ignore it. But then things got weird. The sex texting, which was basically our main form of communication, just stopped. For the last 2 or 3 months. It was radio silence on that front. It was a huge shift. But I told myself not to overthink it. That is, until I went on a trip with my friends last month. He sent me a text. I won't even get into what it said. But it was the kind of thing that just makes your stomach turn. It was the last straw. I ignored him for the rest of the trip. And when I got back, I sat him down. "I can't do this anymore," I told him. "This casual thing is just hurting me. We can be friends. But that's it. I want something real." I was fully prepared to walk away. But he didn't let me. Instead, he asked me to give us a real try. He said he wanted to be serious. My first, immediate answer was no. But we talked again. And he said all the right things. And against my better judgment, I felt a flicker of hope. I caved. I said okay. Let's give it a shot. But that hum of suspicion, it didn't go away. It got louder. There's this one girl's name ID seen pop up on his phone a few times when we were together. So, a few days into our brand new serious relationship, I decided to just ask. "Hey, who's her name?" He didn't even flinch. He launched right into this story. "Oh, she's just this girl from my school," he said. "We hadn't talked in like 14 years. And just recently reconnected." Okay, plausible so far. But then he kept going. "She's a nice girl. But she's fallen for me. Hard. She's asking me to get married." My brain screeched to a halt. "Married." I just stared at him, trying to process the words. He went on, explaining how he had no feelings for her and was trying to let her down easy. Then he delivered the line that made the whole story crumble. "We haven't even touched," he said, looking me right in the eye. "Nothing physical has happened at all." And that's when I knew. My mind was racing, trying to find a single thread of logic. A woman reconnects with a guy from her distant past and, with zero physical intimacy, decides he's the one she wants to marry. She wouldn't want to date first. See if there's any chemistry. The story wasn't just a lie. It felt like a poorly written, insulting one. It was like he didn't even respect me enough to come up with something believable. So here I am, not even a week into this serious relationship. And I'm 99% sure it's built on a foundation of total BS. Am I overthinking this? Or is his story as ridiculous as it sounds? Thanks for the feedback, everyone. It's good to know I'm not the one losing my mind. His story set off every alarm bell I have. And for the past few days, I've just been kind of watching. Not in a creepy way, but I stopped giving him the benefit of the doubt. I started listening to what he was actually saying, instead of what I hoped he meant. So, last night, we were texting. I asked him what he did. He was casual about it. Just said, "Not much. Went to the movies with Mike to see that new action flick." It was a simple, boring answer. The kind of answer an innocent person gives. But my gut, which has been working overtime lately, just clenched. Something about it felt off. Mike. I was sure I remembered Mike's girlfriend posting something about them seeing that exact movie last week. My first thought was to just let it go. It's a movie. Who cares? But I couldn't. It felt like a loose thread on a sweater. And I had to pull it. I opened up Instagram, went to Mike's girlfriend's profile, and tapped on her date night story highlight. I scrolled through a few pictures of dinners and sunsets. And then, there it was. Dated 8 days ago. A picture of 2 ticket stubs for the exact same movie. With Mike tagged in it. The caption was "Finally saw it. So good." I just sat there on my bed, staring at my phone screen. The digital timestamp felt like a judge's gavel. It wasn't a maybe. It wasn't a misunderstanding. It was a fact. Written in pixels and time-stamped for the world to see. He hadn't gone to the movies with Mike last night. Because Mike had already seen it. My brain didn't even register hurt at first. It was just a cold, sharp clarity. It was like I'd been in a dark room, fumbling around and bumping into furniture. And someone finally flipped on the light switch. The movie itself didn't matter. The lie did. It was a small, stupid, pointless lie. He could have said he went alone. He could have said he stayed home. But he chose to construct a lie, complete with a person and a place. And in that moment, I realized, if he's willing to lie about something so insignificant, the story about the schoolgirl isn't just a ridiculous tale. It's an active, ongoing cover-up for a very real person. The person he actually went to the movies with. The person he's been seeing while telling me he wants to be serious. My goal was to find just one concrete thing to prove my gut feeling wasn't just paranoia. And he handed it to me on a silver platter. So now I have it. I have this perfect, undeniable piece of proof. But what the hell do I do with it? If I confront him about the movie, he'll just spin another lie. He'll say Mike went a second time. Or that he got the friend's name wrong. It turned into a huge, exhausting argument about semantics that will completely ignore the real issue. It feels like I'm holding a loaded gun. And I'm not sure where to aim it. Do I confront him with this small lie to try and catch him in the bigger one? Or do I just hold on to it, knowing that I have my answer and need to plan my exit? Hey everyone. Reading your comments on the last part has been incredibly validating. It seems we're all in agreement. The movie lie isn't about the movie. It's the key. It's the one solid fact in a sea of his BS. It connects directly back to the insane story about the girl from school. There's no more what if I'm wrong or maybe I'm being paranoid. He lied about something small and verifiable. Which gives me all the proof I need that he's lying about the big thing, too. So, this is where I am now. I am officially in a serious relationship with a guy who I am now 100% certain is actively seeing someone else. He's not letting her down easy. He's not the victim of some long-lost admirer. He's taking her to the movies on a Tuesday night while feeding me some nonsense story he thinks I'm stupid enough to believe. The serious try we were supposed to be having was a lie from the second the words left his mouth. He just wanted to keep me on the back burner. My goal now is simple. I need to get out. But I want to do it on my own terms. I've spent a year feeling confused and unsettled by this guy. And I refuse to let the ending be another one of his manipulated, gaslit dramas. I don't want a screaming match. I don't want a 3-hour phone call where he cries and denies everything until I'm too exhausted to even remember why I was angry. I want this to be a clean cut. This is where I'm stuck. My head is spinning with different ways this final conversation could go. And I can't decide on the best game plan. Option 1. The prosecutor. I confront him with the evidence. You didn't go to the movies with Mike. I know he saw it last week. So who is she? Who is the girl you're actually seeing? This feels satisfying. But I know him. Hell, just deny it. Create a new lie on the spot. Mike wanted to see it again. And turn the whole thing around on me for spying on his friend's social media. Option 2. The gray rock. I just end it without giving him anything to grab onto. Something like, this isn't working for me. I've realized I'm not happy. And I'm ending things. It's the fastest and probably least dramatic route. But it feels deeply unsatisfying. He gets to walk away thinking he got away with it. And I don't get to say my piece. Option 3. The final statement. I don't ask a question. I make a statement. I know you're lying and seeing someone else. I'm not interested in hearing another excuse. We're done. It's direct. It shows I'm not guessing. And it closes the door to debate. But it could still provoke a huge defensive reaction. So, Reddit, I'm turning to you. What's the best strategy here for dealing with a proven serial liar? How do I end this in a way that gives me closure without getting dragged into one last soul-crushing fight? I need a game plan.